as always, production can't really keep these women under control. Now, you guys know there was a moment where everyone was talking about it. I was receiving so many DMs, and other podcasters, YouTubers were mentioning this on their podcasts, that I had to take down an interview with Margaret Josephs, which I was asked to take it down, and I took it down. Not a big deal. But it was because the cast really, at this point in time,
They're a mess. Okay, they're all a mess.
Can't control them. The network can't control what they're doing and what's going on, so they're having a harder time right now. And I think that's why it's postponed a little bit longer. And I think that there's some legal stuff involved as well. But now what they're trying to figure out is, how are we going to put Teresa and Melissa together in the same room? Well, from what sources are telling OK Magazine, Teresa wants her own show. Teresa's like, if you guys want to keep Melissa and you guys are not going to get rid of her, and I have to be here to, if you guys are going to keep me, get rid of Melissa. If you want to keep Melissa and Joe, then I get my own spinoff.
Now, I heard the same thing about Melissa, though.
They're saying that Melissa is also fighting for a spinoff, too, if she has to film with Teresa.
I don't know how you guys feel in the live chat, but there are no two spinoffs I would rather not watch than one with Melissa and one with Teresa. I mean, the wedding special was a testament to that, don't you think? It was kind of like a big bore fest. I was there to see Chanel Ayan at the wedding, or there to see, like, you know, any of the other housewives that rolled up, Kenya, Phaedra. Like, I was there to see them, not so much like the pomp and circumstance of the Giudice wedding or the Ruella's wedding or whatever. But then on the other spectrum of it, what are we going to watch in a spinoff of Melissa? Like, what? The Jersey that's so great is all the families are intertwined. The husbands are so, like, they're so involved, and that's what makes it so special to watch. Really, at the end of the day, sign the contract or don't sign the contract.
Well, that's the thing that I don't understand either, especially because when we watched the wedding special, I didn't find the wedding special to be entertaining as much as I did. It's like when you watch a red carpet and you're waiting to see, like, the different celebrities. I wanted to see the Bravo Lebs. I wasn't so invested in the family. So Teresa, I think, is pitching it like it would be really great to watch her and her girls and Louie. And I think that she also, if she lands her own show, I think she wants to make the move to the West Coast.
Interesting. I would still say no. I mean, just from my opinion, I don't want to see a spinoff of Melissa. I don't want to see a spinoff of Teresa. I think that, you know, what Bravo is going through with a lot of these franchises, Atlanta right now, OC last year, is the casting problem. And we like a familiar face. We just don't like a familiar story. We're tired of the same drama. But I don't want Teresa and Melissa to go anywhere. I want them to stay on the show. And I definitely don't want to watch a spinoff of either of them.
Becky Sitz, thank you so much for the happy birthday, Jason. Super
Thank you, Becky.
We appreciate you. All right. No, so getting back to it really quick, I don't think that either one of these families would be able to carry their own spinoff, but rightfully so, the cast has some qualms with the idea of filming with Louie. There was another message that ended up coming out. Here it is. And this was allegedly between Louie and Your Moms Are Watching on Bravo. It was a conversation that was posted, and it was about Margaret. You're better off doing good out in the world. Try it. You may feel better while wearing those sunglasses you bought with the bribe money you got from that pig. Pig being Margaret. Just be a good person because are good people. Everything else is manufactured. Why did you put that out there about Teresa and I? Between you and me and the four walls, did Margaret ask you to do it? The way you explained this and you came at us with something Marge would do. Did she put you up to it in any way? Please be honest. I have a life and I'm busy and I just want to know for myself.
But not too busy to send a DM. Okay. That last three paragraphs. I just want to point that out. Yeah.
Well, but then also now Louie is kind of digging in and looking for information the same way that they're claiming that Margaret does. And Teresa recently just defended her marriage because there was a rumor out there saying because of all of the red flags and everything that's come out between Teresa and Louie, that their marriage is already in turmoil. Fans weren't really surprised by that because there have been so many things that have come out. It would be more surprising if the relationship wasn't in turmoil. But Teresa said, we don't engage on social media. We didn't even know that there was a rumor out there. We don't read the headlines. Well, apparently somebody engages on social media.
Yes. And listen, there are a lot of people who engage with people. I just want to point out the fact that we have never been asked by any housewife to do anything.
Yeah.
Ever. Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to get an interview with them. All right. Even
That's not true.
With what? Someone did ask us?
We've been asked twice to do something and we said no. We have been asked twice. I'll remind you.
Now I know, and now I'm like trying to remember.
But we have.
But we've never done it.
But we've never done it.
You know?
I mean, there have been a couple things that we haven't done. Like we never leaked the Girardi audio. We never leaked the Cameron audio with Mary Cosby. We didn't. I mean, because it's called integrity. It's like it's very simple. There's certain things
it's very easy to be trash. You know, like it's very easy to like play in the trash box, so they say. But yeah, it's not good to do that.
Yes. All right. So
interesting.
Speaking of which, even though there's so much bad,
can I just go back? I'm sorry. I know we're done. Are we done talking about them? Because it's like,
no, I have more.
Here is the thing with Louie that I think a lot of people have an issue with, and maybe some of the housewives and also her family, is he comes in very strong and he came in very fast, and he comes off on camera, and this could be editing, as just very controlling, as someone who wants it his way, and you're already reaching out to people on Instagram and Twitter with these like messages. It's like, you're too new, like chill out. Yeah. Just chill out. Just a little bit.
Just relax.
Chill out.
Well, I don't know if you remember this too, but at the reunion, Rachel Fuda's husband, John Fuda, literally had a fit claiming, "I know what you did, Louie. I know what you did, and you need to apologize." And he's like, "I don't know what you're saying I did, bro." And he's like, "You had a PI go and find out how to get a hold of my ex, Brittany Malsh, and the facility that she's in because you wanted to dig up information on me and my wife. Come to find out, the US Sun reported, and this was from their main editor, that is not what happened. We've never spoken to Louie. We did this on our own. There is a portal. When you go to the facility, you can look the people up. It's not rocket science." Then, because John Fuda came up with this allegation at the reunion, people were like, "Oh, wait, John Fuda, you're pretty loud right now. So let's see if you have anything in your back pocket." Come to find out, John Fuda changed his last name, and he also has a charge on his record. And this charge, I believe it was something with like driving with narcotics allegedly or something like that. But he's even saying, listen, we make mistakes, and those charges were dropped. And now he's fighting with bloggers on Twitter because some bloggers are like, "They weren't dropped, John. You know that they weren't." And it's like, Jesus Christ, everybody get a life.
I mean, listen, like, yeah, everyone needs to get a life. Who cares? And who cares?
And who cares?
And who cares?
I'm going to segue over into Vanderpump Rules, but this is how I'm going to do it. Now, the last time that we heard about Tamra, or that I was talking about Tamra, was actually with Shaylee, and I was talking about Tamra and Teresa. Tamra recently went on Watch What Happens Live with Lala Kent. That was on Reunion Part 3 of Vanderpump Rules. And you even asked, why would you put Tamra on with Lala when we know nobody cares about what Tamra's saying? Because everybody's
not at that moment. It's, this is her premiere day, right? This was the first time, she got her orange back on Watch What Happens Live. And now you're bringing her back. She's really not going to be in the hot seat to talk about anything about Orange County or the show, because you have Lala and the third part of the reunion that sucked. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So they ended up going on together, and she was asked about her drama with Teresa, which Teresa did take some digs right here on our channel in an interview. This is how she addressed it. It's always something, isn't it?
So, it's always, is this on two T's in a pod?
In a pod.
I feel like they're like regulars here.
I always like Teresa. I do like Teresa. I don't like what Teresa was doing. I didn't like the fact that she was going on her podcast because we had talked about the show. It is our job to recap the show. Louie has been, a big subject, a conversation on this show in a negative way. And so she was going after me. Do I think she's the most overrated housewife? Yeah. I think we're all housewives. We're all good. Some are better than others.
I think at one point she was an incredible housewife. And I just think that this turn of events has made it really hard to watch.
To clear this up.
Okay, well,
do you guys remember the movie Jingle All the Way?